We begin with China's latest statement on tensions in the South China Sea. Foreign Minister Wang Yi says China's rejection of arbitration filed by the Philippines over the territorial claims is in line with the law. And his remarks came after talks with his Australian counterpart, Julie Bishop, in Beijing on Wednesday, as Australia called for a resolution to the South China Sea disputes through peaceful means, including arbitration.
但是我在这里要强调的是，中方不接受。
China is actually following international law by not accepting arbitration regarding sovereign and maritime entitlements. Because after joining the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea in 2006, China issued a declaration according to rights given to China by the Article 2098 of the UNCLOS. We issued a government statement excluding China from being subjected to the compulsory settlement measures. The Chinese government will continue to stand by the declaration.
Well, the minister listed reasons why the Philippines arbitration attempt, first made in 2014 to a UN tribunal, is invalid and unacceptable. He said it was a unilateral move by the Philippines which goes against international norms on arbitration and that they have not yet exhausted other means to reach a resolution. And Wang Yi also said any deployment of defense facilities on China's own territory would be legitimate. And this was in response to Western reports that an advanced surface-to-air missile system was deployed to one of the disputed islands in the South China Sea.
I hope that media everywhere will turn their attention to the lighthouses that we have built on some of the islands in the South China Sea. They're in operation now, and they have been very useful in ensuring the safety of the passing boats in those waters. The meteorological forecast facilities and other facilities that will provide assistance in the rescue and emergency response to the fishing boats in those waters. Because I think all of those are actions that China, as the biggest state in the South China Sea, has undertaken to provide more public goods and services to the international community and play its positive role there. As for the limited and the necessary self-defense facilities that China has built on the islands and the reefs stationed by Chinese personnel, this is consistent with the self-preservation and self-protection that China is entitled to under international law. So there should be no question about that.
And the Chinese foreign minister also stressed that demilitarization benefits all, but it cannot be applied to only one country or with double or even multiple standards. And he said that demilitarization in the South China Sea needs joint efforts from countries both in and outside the region. The Chinese foreign minister said China noticed that during the just concluded meeting between the US and ASEAN, the two pledged to achieve demilitarization in the region, and he said China hopes they can keep their word.